Hey, Pisces, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your April 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, welcome. Now, right away here, I see the skull, which typically would be an ending or a rough patch, but because it's followed up by the treasure card and the crown, I actually feel like there's a really powerful ending of a cycle entering you into a brand new beginning. So for some of you, maybe you're deciding to retire. Maybe you're deciding to leave the corporate world, go off on your own. You could be entering into a new contract, a new organization, just a new direction, because you are heading in the right direction here, and something is flowing that's going to bring in more money, more abundance. I'm getting more freedom as well. And look at that. You have unexpected income. What I'm getting from this here is a lot of you Pisceans have been reinventing yourself on all levels. Even though this is a career reading, this is going to affect your career because your self-worth equals your net worth. And you are working on your confidence, you're working on your finances, your money, your abundance. And I'm seeing that there are opportunities ahead for you to get clear on what you want and move forward in a brand new direction here. Yeah, because there's been a lot of uncertainty around a situation in the past or in the deep foundation. But look at this, left and right, you have new opportunities coming in here, literally left and right. So there was a new offer that was made either in the recent past, or it certainly will be made this month, because there's that Wheel of Fortune showing up above you. So there is fate, destiny. I feel like you are also the one who's turning this wheel. You have this hand in fate, right? That's what the Wheel of Fortune is based on, your actions, based on your free will, based on how you want to move forward. And I see that you want to move forward. There's the Ace. You want to move forward in confidence. There's that King of Wands. You want to become either an entrepreneur or have the freedom available to you to be able to make decisions that are in your highest good, that are going to help you long term. All right, lastly here, final outcome. Spirit, what do we have for Pisces? Final outcome. All right, final outcome here. So some of you you're going through a situation where, yes, there has been loss. Okay, but I feel that you are opening up to new opportunities. That's why your final outcome does portray loss, and that's why you're coming in here with loss. But it looks like the wheel is starting to spin for you. You have a new beginning coming in the near future, but you may still be in that hanged man mode for a little bit, or maybe you haven't quite received the offer that you've wanted yet. Now the Skull card comes up to say you are a healer. You are reinventing yourself. Maybe you felt a little bit low on cash, low on energy, low on momentum, but this card, it kind of flew way over to the end here. So I feel like this may be more past energy for a lot of you, but if you are going through a rough patch at this time, things are about to turn. It's almost as if I feel if you've been going through some difficulties, the wheel is coming in saying there's good karma. And for those of you that everything's been golden and it's been awesome, I feel like there could be some things that are, falling into your path for growth. Okay, so you decide where you are on that wheel. Now you have the gears here. This is all about money flowing, putting your hard work into action, but it's also about putting those plans into motion. And this gear has been showing up for a lot of signs as well, because it reminds me of the dominoes, right? The dominoes effect. You push one down and then the rest of them kind of crumble down. And I feel like it's you doing one thing, but it's going to affect and, be a ripple effect and bring in maybe passive income. So it's like you've worked really, really hard to build an online workshop that you can sell many, many times over, or you've wrote a bestseller that you're going to put out there and you're going to get some sort of residual income. So I get that energy for you, or this could be what you are focused on at this time, and you're going to build more wealth. Maybe you're putting a team together. Some of you, this is a time for you to work a little bit smarter, not harder, because you've already worked hard here. And that's what I'm saying. If maybe you're still in the throes of that hard work, you're wrapping something up in order for you to launch, and then you're going to kind of see the pieces fall into place here. Because outcome energy looks really great. You have the treasure and the crown that are coming out together. So there's those obstacles, remover of obstacles here with the crown. I see the crown, the Queen of Swords showing up. We have the King of Wands, King of Pentacles. So those are the people who wear a crown, and you have it showing up right here. So I definitely feel if you've been going through some power struggles, there could be someone in your life, King of Pentacles in reverse, someone who's very dominant, very materialistic. They seek status. They're very money hungry. I feel like that is an energy that you are shifting away from, or you could have felt like you had a loss because of this energy, whomever that may be or whatever that may be for you. But you're rising above. And this is about wealth. It is about becoming an owner or a boss, maybe taking charge, making progress that will lead you towards more treasure. Worry-free finances, having money in reserve. This is excess. Some of you may be an executive. You may work in sales. This is about planning, Pisces. It's also about your hidden talents and diving into the treasure chest and pulling out the hidden gems. And so some of you are really diving into your own spiritual gifts. You are opening up here to solutions to some obstacles or some challenges that you have gone through. And I also see here a lot more progress. Even though your outcome energy, I mean, I actually like the outcome, the way that it's showing up here, because it means that you're taking some sort of loss and you're turning it into gain. Okay, you're turning pain into gain, and that's what I see here for you. You're turning some sort of disappointment into a silver lining. You're able to see the road before you in a new light that maybe you weren't able to prior. Now, what's below you here? What's below you, or bottom of the deck, you have the coins, you have the spiral, and you have the book. So money coming in, because you're starting to invest more wisely. And I don't just mean investing money. This is investing your time into things that actually grow, things that are aligned with your heart. There is a new offer coming in here, something that does fill you with pleasure, and it fills you with a lot of love. And I'm getting like sensitive energy. You're feeling sensitive about it because you care so much about, your craft or what you do, or the why, right? The why. So maybe this is family, an opportunity to increase finances that help your family or to help you grow in some way. Now, some of you could even be teachers, educators, taking a class, a course, a workshop. Maybe this has to do with the legal system as well. You have maybe the law involved here, but this is also about, money coming in. I'm just getting money coming in, money going out, money coming in. But I feel that the second quarter into the third quarter of 2024, you're going to have more coming in than you do have going out. Okay. So that's always a good thing. And right now it just feels like maybe things are a little bit spiraling. You're still working on climbing the ladder or heading that, outward trend here, upward trend. Some of you may even be revisiting a job. Maybe you're going in for a promotion, or you're looking at your resources. You're looking at your connections that you have. And I feel like you're putting in some sort of research. This could be a research project, or you are learning more about your craft. All right, let's look here. You have the entrepreneur energy showing up first and foremost. That makes sense because you also have the King of Wands. So I may be talking to a lot of Pisceans who are entrepreneurs, or you have some sort of flexibility or freedom within your job. Maybe you work from home, you're able to work remotely, people trust in you. I see here that you are making more money. Again, unexpected income. So this is really great. Some of you do work in some sort of sales, or you work with graphs. I'm getting like Excel, or you work in some sort of systems, maybe QuickBooks, or, I just feel like there's a system that you utilize that helps you either keep track of income or keep track of progress. Now, if you're an entrepreneur, you probably have hit some of those highs and some of those lows, right? So I feel that you're finding new ways to infuse your work with love. And if you work in the corporate world, same goes. If you have felt maybe a little bit micromanaged, because you do have the micromanage card here, someone looking over your shoulder, scrutinizing you, or maybe this is you yourself being too hard on yourself. I'm getting the energy here of perfectionism. And I feel like you are learning about how to overcome maybe perfectionist tendencies, saying yes when you really mean no, saying no when you mean yes, pushing through fears. And I also see people looking into you. Background check. Someone is looking into your work. Whether this is for a promotion, it's for a new job, or you have some sort of product or service. I feel like someone's talking about you. Because we have the Page of Swords here, which can be talk, but I feel like this is good talk. Yeah, because the Wheel of Fortune here is showing in the upright position. So good karma. It's like the work that you've done, you're going to reap what you've sown, but I feel like this is good energy here. Now, you're being mindful of your money, your spending. I feel like you're also crunching numbers or looking at numbers, and that may be why I see the unexpected income coming in. Maybe you're wanting to buy a home, or you're wanting to save up for a car or a trip or retirement. I feel like you're looking at the numbers, maybe also tax season, and you're asking yourself, am I on par with my goals? What do I need to do to reach some goals? And you are moving definitely in the right direction here, Pisces. I love this showing up for you. It's a compass. And as long as you trust your inner knowing, I feel like you are, you're going to crush some of these goals that you have. I definitely feel that. So let's dive into the tarot here. You start off with the Page of Swords. I mean, the Page of Swords, light bulb after light bulb goes off in their mind. They're holding that book there. The Page of Swords is ready for a new challenge. They're curious. They're fact lovers. They search for the truth. You may also receive a message around a problem, okay? Around a problem. And that's why you have the Crown here, because you're going to find some sort of solution to whatever news or communication this is. I don't feel like this in itself is a problem. I feel like the message that's coming through is going to be a solution message to a problem. I hope that makes sense. So that's not the problem. That's coming in to help the problem. And with the Queen of Swords crossing your path, I feel like this is actually an energy of getting back into maybe a logical mindset about things, because maybe some of you, I feel like you did shut down. Maybe that's where that rough patch went and you had a tough time believing, or maybe your emotions got the best of you here. Maybe you had to do some inner healing, inner work. You went through a major transformation, maybe even that death energy. This is about reinvention. And with the Queen of Swords showing up here, maybe this is someone around you. I'm getting here someone who is a teacher or a mentor, someone who is all about the facts, right? Straight to the point here. Now she's crossing your path. So I'm not sure if you're listening to her, or maybe you don't want to hear it, because I actually don't feel like she's the reverse. I feel like, and that's a lot of times when you get the resistance here, I almost feel like someone is not listening to you if you have the facts about a situation, or maybe you don't want to hear the facts from someone else. I get that. I mean, some of you, yes, you could be dealing with a cold-hearted, Queen of Swords, someone who's very blunt, very manipulative here. But for a lot of you, I just feel like there's an energy of blocking out what you don't want to hear, or what someone else doesn't want to hear. But the good news is there's a new opportunity coming in here for you. Now, what's below the surface is your energy, Pisces energy with the moon. This is about truths being exposed. And if anyone's going to expose some sort of truth, it's the Queen of Swords. So maybe you're exposing the truth to someone else and they don't like it. Okay. Or maybe it's someone exposing truth to you, but it's actually going to put you on the path towards spinning that wheel in a new direction. So if things have been a little bit hairy for you in finances or in career or wealth or money, if things have been maybe an illusion, maybe you weren't able to necessarily see everything that was going on here with the moon card, I see that the eclipse, maybe even in Libra, on the 25th of March, even though these are April career readings, if you're looking or watching this video in April, look back to that eclipse, because I think that truths are going to get exposed here. And they could be cold, hard truths for some of you, but for a lot of you, I just feel like this is a lesson. This is teachable moments. There's going to be a new offer that does come in here. And I feel like this could be the catalyst that pushes a lot of you towards some sort of freedom that maybe you didn't even realize you had access to or that you wanted until you get into that energy. So it's going to push you is what I see here, but you may need that little push from the universe. And sometimes that's not a bad thing, right? When the moon comes up here, I am getting here truths coming out, taking a look at your intuition and trusting, because the Queen of Swords, she has a very, very super intuitive sense. She has a spidey sense. You can't pull one past her, right? So if you feel like your intuition is blocked here in any way, or you've shut down your intuition, it's really, really important that you do what you can to open that back up. Get out in nature, meditate, get out of your head and into your body. That can be the Queen of Swords showing up here as your challenge. Yeah, not overthinking things, not going down the rabbit hole of too much gossip or thinking something to death here. Now, in the recent past, you have another page of Pentacles. Now, pages do represent news. So manifesting a new opportunity here. And this could even be a financial win. It could be a rebate. It could be a check. Something shows up in the mail. I am getting here that there's money coming in here, or it did come in, that kind of changed things up for you a little bit with the Wheel of Fortune in the upright. And when the Wheel of Fortune shows up, this is a turning point in a cycle that has been maybe ongoing. This is the card of fortune and destiny and breaking any sort of repetitive habits or cycles or patterns. This is the card of karma as well. What you put out there, you're going to get back. So that's what I said. Take a look at your energy and what's been kind of going on, because you're going to know what way that wheel has been spinning and what way that wheel will spin. This is a turning point in your life, but I feel like it is up to you on how you respond to the energies kind of coming in to your world. Now, Ace of Cups showing up in the near future is a beautiful omen here. It is a gift of love. It is a soul quenching renewal. And a lot of you Pisceans needed that, right? It is reinvention after some sort of maybe rebirth or maybe a loss. Okay, there's a new opportunity opening up here for you. And I'm going to skip ahead, and I hardly ever do this, but I think it's going to help you see your final outcome, which is the Five of Cups. But I feel like the Five of Cups is saying here, yes, I've dealt with loss. I've dealt with maybe financial struggles or setbacks, but I feel like you're not focusing on that. And that's why I'm showing you your outcome now, because you have the opportunity here to open up to something new. There's been disappointment. There's been loss. Some of you were not seeing what was beyond because you were focused on some sort of pain here, or because something was hidden from you, even with the moon. But I see that you're opening up, because the Five of Cups in reverse can be new opportunities, and it kind of spun out there. So I feel like you are focused, and look at it's the same exact cup right behind her. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 cups that have kind of been spilt here, and her main focus, her main gaze is kind of down that rabbit hole. But when it's in reverse here, she's going to focus on this cup that's right next to her, and it's the same cup that you see with the Ace. So when you shift your focus, when you shift your energy here, then you're going to get yourself unstuck, because what's going on externally. It could be a reflection of what's going on internally, but sometimes there are things that are out of our control. It's meant to be part of our path, part of our journey, to see how we respond to such things. And I feel like that's why that wheel is coming in, saying, how do you want to respond, Pisces, to a situation that may have been difficult or challenging for you, but there are new opportunities ahead. All right, in your energy here, I mean, your confidence is looking really good. King of Wands in the upright takes charge of his destiny. He's active, he's passionate, he's goal-oriented, he's driven. He is the entrepreneur or the business owner or the person who's highly successful, right? He's a leader. He wants to get to that emperor status. So he does what he can to build his empire and to learn all that he can, to go courageously with the lion in the background, right? That Leo energy of going courageously towards his dreams and not letting his fears hold him back. He has the lizard on his shirt here, so he's adaptable to change because he knows that within the path towards abundance, towards success, that change is required. We cannot stay stagnant in that pool of, loss, because what's going to happen if we let the water sit? It's going to fester. It's going to get disease ridden. It's going to get that nasty film of green over the top of it, and it's just not going to grow. Nobody's going to want to come drink from that well. And I feel like you're recognizing that there's opportunities, and part of, the steps towards abundance, there is, failure, there's missteps, but that's part of it. A lot of times people look at success and failure as opposites. But I don't look at it that way. I look at it as a stairway where both success and failure are part of the course. They're part of the steps that you take to get there. And the King of Wands is saying you're determined. Pisces, anything that you set your mind to, you have what it takes. Now, you're also very adventurous. You're very warm. You're very businesslike as well. I see that here for you, but it's also important to motivate yourself just as much as you motivate others. Okay, so make sure you heed your own advice. And I feel like that's important here for you. Adapt to changes. Try not to let those changes, and I feel like you won't, not if you're in the King of Wands, but sometimes, because they're showing me a tumbleweed. And sometimes the wind comes in and it's so strong that if we don't feel secure, we'll just tumble along like that tumbleweed. And I feel like you are standing your power, standing your ground, standing in your position, and you're going to come out on top. You're going to come out with new opportunities. So King of Pentacles here in reverse, this is your environment. So I do feel like there was someone unprofessional, maybe a little bit dominant, or maybe this is a characteristic of yourself that was very materialistic, where you're looking to things in a new light, right? I mean, we live in a material world. That's what Earth is about. It is materialistic. It's, we need things. We manifest things. And I feel like you are building a sense of stability that's not just material. It is based on spiritual wealth. It's based on emotional wealth. It is based on, yes, financial wealth is here as well, but it's a whole cornucopia of wealth, not just one way, shape, or form. And you're seeing things from a larger scale, a larger perspective. And I feel like you've been taught that through other people who were very maybe bad with their money or very flashy, or you could tell that someone thought their didn't stink, right? So you've been in contact with people who were very unprofessional, or they let it get to their head. They let their ego get the best of them. Maybe even people you couldn't trust. I'm kind of getting like the car dealership type of vibe where I'm shaking a hand here, not dissing any car dealers out there, but I feel like it's, trusting your intuition when you make a deal. Is it honest? Is it ethical? Or are you able to see through someone? Are you able to negotiate? That's kind of what I feel here with this King of Pentacles. And I feel like this King of Pentacles, he wasn't having any of that. He just wanted to handshake and say, all right, done deal, even though I just screwed you out of $20,000 or whatever it may be. But I don't love the King of Pentacles in reverse. It can be very dominant. It can be very, very egoic, money hungry. I have to have this, this, and this. And if I don't, I'm also getting an I'm better than you type of energy here, which, not cool either. So what's the hope and fear? To get a little bit unstuck, right? Hanged man. The hope is spiritual enlightenment. The hope is to recognize that you have the ability, which you do, that you have what it takes to get yourself from point A to B without feeling like you are kind of slithering through, some quicksand. It's like every step you just kind of fall deeper and deeper into that quick mud or quicksand energy. And I feel like it's weighing heavy on you. But the hope here is that you have a spiritual awakening, that you have a breakthrough moment. This is your energy here again. So with this showing up, this is new perspective. And that's exactly why we have your outcome, the outcome that it is. I'm going to pull one more card to clarify, because we see that you're seeing things from a new perspective. Instead of the glass half empty, you're going to see it from the glass half full here, silver lining. But let's see what's on the other side here. Spirit, what else do we have for that Five of Cups? Celebration. Beautiful. Four of Wands here is celebratory. It is structure. It's planning. It's foundation. It's stability. It's also four. And four is the month of April. So I definitely get that there's going to be an achievement here. But sometimes it's hard to see that achievement when we've been working so hard and, we kind of have our nose to the grindstone, or we've dealt with so much disappointment or loss or betrayal or dishonesty, right? But what's on the other side? What's in that cup is what we asked. And here it is, showing up in the upright, the Four of Wands. This is an award. It's a ceremony. It's graduation. It's communal achievement. Others are recognizing you, recognizing your value, your worth. It is something to dance to, something to celebrate. And you see in the background, it looks like there's a little tent back there. And I feel like there's going to be a gathering here for you, a gathering of resources, a gathering of people who support you and care about you. And I'm just getting here, maybe even some sort of a party. Maybe a retirement party, maybe a welcome on board party, maybe whatever type of party this is. Like, I've just passed this exam and I've been studying and studying and studying, and maybe I failed the exam the first time, but this time I aced it. And I got that energy for you earlier as well. Like you're nailing a dream, or you're really in that energy of, I'm going to do it this time. Like, I have what it takes, and you absolutely do. All right. Let's get a message here from the Wisdom of the Oracle. What do we have here for Pisces? Wisdom of the Oracle, please. All right. I like this one. This is the never-ending story, but it's showing up for you to hop off that never-ending story. Do something new, do something differently this time around. And we just talked about all this as well. So for a lot of you, I do feel like you are making a new choice. Some of you could be 37 years old, or 37 could be significant. And the message for you, Pisces, is this. It's all about self-criticism, the wounded ego, or even unnecessary dramas. There is a story woven through the imperfect fabric of life that tells of hurt and loss, rejection and humiliation, self-loathing and arrogance, and all manner of suffering born of unnecessary dramas. It is the old stories whose refrain is that you cannot do this, you must not go there, you should not say that, lest your world come crumbling down. Today, know that none of that is actually true. The sky is not falling. The voice you hear is just a small, scared, conditioned part of you that got stuck in a lie, and it wants to protect you and needs to be seen as a victim. Love that lost piece of you. Fear is all it's known. Distorted guidance is preventing you from being true to yourself. You are not your story, and the narrator is simply the voice of your fearful part, small and vulnerable and easily soothed. Whew, that's deep. Fear, envy, procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood. Okay, hello, King of Pentacles. So whether this is you, someone that you're dealing with, please take it as it resonates. This could all be what's happening in your life. Are you comparing yourself with others? Because that King of Pentacles in reverse, that could be someone comparing their success to yours even. Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your own lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Are you back where you started, or are you in a situation that reminds you of the past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through the missteps and the sabotaging moments. That's exactly why I gave you that ladder towards success. Part of that is, failures and missteps. Criticism, let's see here. Use constructive criticism right now. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. Ooh, I love it. You can do it. Now, I'm going to read to you the protection. For those of you that are dealing with a Queen of Swords, someone who's dramatic, it says this is a time to avoid drama at all costs, especially when it comes to other people's stuff. And remember what I said about, well, maybe I said this, but you could be highly empathic. I mean, this is your energy with the moon. Maybe you take on other people's stuff and you get caught in the drama. And this can be even gossip with the Page of Swords, Queen of Swords. It says here, your sensitivity is on overload these days, and you're best served by keeping your distance. Your mantra today, not my circus, not my monkeys. And this drama will pass, and you will carry on unscathed and blameless. Yeah. Try to avoid drama. If you're in the mix of it here, try to do your best to keep your energy high and not get sucked in, because that can be difficult. All right, let's get some messages here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Pisces, I just ask if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from the solar plexus chakra, the belly area. And upon your exhale, I'd like for you to tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's visited through your dreams, maybe one that you have at home, or you've recently crossed their path in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Pisces. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals in the comment section below the video, and I personally will enter you into that free reading giveaway where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. All right. Wow. I like this. Yeah, this is about you claiming your independence. There's an energy here of self-sufficiency, claiming your power, not being afraid of standing in the light, standing in some sort of success here. Some of you may be born on the 13th. You may be 35, 39, or born on the 2nd. You have cat spirit showing up. It says claim your independence. Yeah, this feline energy, right, lands on their feet. So I get this energy of no matter what you've gone through, Pisces, you're going to land on your feet. You have many, many different opportunities. As they say, 9 lives, right? I feel like you have an opportunity here to land on your feet, come back stronger, and be independent along the way. It's also card 13. In tarot, 13 is the death energy, and that's that rebirth and transformation. Antelope Spirit says life is going to speed up here for you, right? Things are going to start to take a turn. And I feel like the reason why is because you're jumping off of that never-ending cycle. You're telling yourself a new story. And once you do, that's when you're going to see this Ace of Cups show up for you, okay? It's up to you if you want to stay in that energy, right? If you want to stay kind of focusing on what's down that rabbit hole with the Five of Cups, or if you want to look what's right behind you there, or in a new direction that you haven't looked before, and then things are going to get busy for you. Koala spirit. It says spirit has a plan. Yeah, spirit has a plan. And that's important for us to trust, because trust is the key word here. Koalas also represent compassion and empathy. So trust in the wisdom of your soul. Trust in your intuition here. You can have compassion, absolutely. You can be empathetic, absolutely. But you don't have to take on other people's stuff. And then lastly, we have moth, surrender. Yeah, surrender to the divine plan. Surrender to this opportunity, because sometimes we stay focused so long and so hard on the past or the old stories that we miss out on what's right here, right now. But when you surrender, you kind of release that. And surrendering is also about being in the moment. And surrender also is the Hanged Man, because when you surrender, you're going to see it from a new perspective. The way I like to see this, if you're in a situation where you're all tied up, right? You're all tied up. You can see that there's a rope. She's bound. She's tied to her feet. She feels like she's trapped. And the more she struggles and struggles and struggles to try to get loose, the more that she's going to hurt her, her hands and her ankles, and she's going to feel exhausted, and she's going to use all of her energy going towards maybe not so much breaking free, especially if she's in a tight jacket or if she's bound and she can't get out. But maybe if she surrenders and she looks at a different angle, maybe she'll look over in a different spot, but that she hasn't been able to see because she's focused on the struggle, and she sees that there's a key within her reach, and she reaches for that key, and she realizes that she has the key that she can unlock the cuffs that bind her. Right? And the only way she's able to do that here is if she stops struggling. And I feel like you are being guided here to surrender, because the key is right in front of you, and you have a new opportunity to open yourself up to great abundance. Beautiful. And last but not least, let's get a message from your soul's truth and see what your soul wants you to know or focus on at this time. What do we have here for Pisces? Look at that. It clarifies your final outcome. What do we say here? Four of Wands. Everybody's dancing. It says, when was the last time you danced freely? Yeah, because that's what's going to happen when you focus on that Ace of Cups, when you allow that Ace of Cups to come to you. And it says here, because it will shift you into a beautiful state, because it will get you out of your head and into your body and heart. Didn't we say that as well? It says here, because fear lives in the head, along with anxiety, control, guilt, frustration, and impatience. In just a few minutes of dancing, you will make the shift. You will feel a charge of joy and a confidence take over, and you will feel a soul reminder to live and lead from your heart. And there's that confidence that we talked about as well with the King of Wands. Dancing is a tool to ground us in the now. It triggers happiness, and it is the gateway to freedom. To become free, dance. Today's soul action, Pisces, dance for 3 minutes to your favorite song. Notice the inward fire grow within you and the feeling you feel being you. You are a wild, loving force. Express it with dance today. They're giving me Prince, the singer, the artist, Prince moves. So I don't know if some of you, that could be, maybe you enjoy listening to Prince and you turn on a Prince song and you get moving and grooving like he did, right? I feel like you're jamming out here to a song that just is very uplifting, or maybe that a Prince song you hear on the radio, or you have that comes up on a playlist. That could be your sign that it's time to kind of get out of your head into your body. So turn it up, move the body, celebrate, and shake up the energy if it's become too stagnant. Do something new. That is what I have for you, Pisces, for April 2024. I hope that resonates, beautiful souls. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. It certainly helps the growth and the algorithm for the channel here. And please don't forget to drop your power animals in the comment section to be entered into the free reading giveaway. And make sure you hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. And thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in.